with him. Whoa.
What are you doing, man? Hello.
What's going on over there?
I woke up sicker than a dog this morning. I don't know what the hell happened. I woke up sore throat and chills. Spent all day laying on the couch, sicker than shit.
God damn.
Yeah, haven't been no fun at all. I watched the news earlier.
How was that?
Well, it just seems like...
Hold on, Justin, I'm on the phone. Give me a second. Hang on.
Well, I mean, I just gathered that all they said was a confidential informant. Had a lot to say. Pretty much threw Jeff Lowe under the bus. Is that close?
Hold on. My guy's all fucking running the rampage. Now, what did you just say? Sorry about that, Jeff.
Sounded like you threw Jeff Lowe under the bus.
Me?
Yeah.
I told you I was going to.
And you did. Sylvia Corkill got on there at 6 and said confidential informant implicated Jeff Lowe, said he was part of planning it at one point, had maps of Carol's property and everything she was saying. I was going, that's James. That's James.
Did all I could do, man.
Good. Good for you.
I went in there and gave him all. So,
well, I mean, it sounds like you feel a little vindicated. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. Here's what made me the worst. I sat down there. Joe blew me kisses.
Oh, God.
He was so fucking arrogant.
Yeah, I figured that.
That he was like blowing me kisses and smiling and pointing. Like, fucking idiot.
And see, the jury watches that.
The jury saw it.
Yeah.
The guy was shaking his head after he saw it.
Yeah, I mean, the jury is going to sit there and go, this guy's crazy. So, yeah, and, I mean, if he'll act like that in a courtroom, yeah, I believe he could possibly try to kill somebody. So just by, I mean, when you're in court like that, look straight ahead, no expression.
I didn't even look.
I'm talking about Joe. He needs to be sitting there like it's $1 million pot in front of him, down to the last two people in a poker game.
Yeah, Sylvia Corkill is fucking. When I left there, I talked to her. I went over there. She didn't like quote me like doing an interview with her, did she?
No.
Okay. So she probably
she didn't even use your name. She just said that. She kept saying an FBI agent and a confidential informant. And when she said that, I said, well, that's got to be James.
Okay,
and
so
she started
I went over there when she was sitting. Gosh, she's so fucking hot too. I'd have probably fucking just gave her everything, my pockets, my life, everything. She's fucking hot.
Really?
Oh my God! You ever seen her in person? Beautiful.
I'll be darned.
So I went over there beyond me getting a boner. I went over there and I just said, hey, you know, and she was like, I can't believe that Lowe's not charged. I said, listen, you just seen the proof that I said and that I told everybody all along. I didn't get immunity. Jeff Lowe got immunity. I did the dirty work, recording the rat, did all that shit. I didn't get immunity. Jeff Lowe got immunity, and she's fucking livid about it.
Well, did he? I mean, they said something about...
He got immunity, 100% immunity.
Well, all they said on the news was that in June he went to meet with, I guess, with Matt that first time, and he asked for immunity, and they said that they couldn't do that. No. But then he went back to the Attorney General or whatever, and in July, and they basically, the only immunity was that he could not be incriminated on anything that was said in that interview.
Yeah, that's a Rule 11.
And yeah, so he's not like immunity, not really. I mean, what he's doing still.
No, he has immunity. No. But with the case, they gave him immunity.
But and see, Matt told me himself he laughed when I told him that John Finley wanted immunity.
Yeah,
he said we're the federal government. We don't do that.
I didn't even get fucking immunity. Billy.
Wow.
So, Billy, go. I don't know what the deal is. Like, I mean, I didn't even get it.
Well, and Sylvia is pissed because, well, you know, I was on the phone with her last night about that bunch of dead cow bullshit. And, I mean, my God, every state agency told me to shut the fuck up last night.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I was told to call this one woman with Oklahoma Ag Department
Really?
And she told me, I was going, cool, this is the person I'm supposed to talk to. We'll get this started. Because Sylvia was going to send a film crew down there this morning.
Really?
Jamie, the girl that lives on that property on the north side, was supposed to call her this morning. And I told her, you'll have to leave a message because Sylvia's going to be in court. But she said if she'll call me before court starts, she was just going to go ahead and get a film crew together and another reporter and just send somebody down to her property to take a look at all the dead cows. She was going to put it on the news, but she wanted a statement from the ag department first. She called the ag department, and they really wouldn't say nothing to her. So she told me to call them, and when I called them, this woman said, so you're the admin of that Facebook page? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, we have no comment. I said, what do you mean you have no comment? This is where I report illegal doings that your entity, I mean, the Oklahoma Ag Department, and she got pissed at me, dude. She finally said, she said, I have nothing else to say to you. If you want to follow up on this, you're more than welcome to call the Attorney General.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, like that'll do any good. I'm starting to think the way a few people have been talking to me is that they're just letting Jeff Lowe slide, and they're going to use him, and they're going to try to get Joe put away. And the minute this trial's over, they're going to arrest Jeff Lowe.
Nah.
You don't think so?
No.
I do. They've turned a blind eye on too many things that have been sent by me to Larry Rhodes, to the city attorney, and have never responded back on any of it. So, I mean, it's too apparent. And what was this that Joe posted tonight?
What was it?
That at one point that you testified today that at one point Jeff Lowe had offered you $100,000 to get rid of Joe.
Joe posted that?
Yeah.
How's he posting?
Well, it's not him.
Oh, Ronnie Sands.
It's probably Ronnie, but she's got people.
I can't even.
And that's what Jeff Lowe even said. You know, you're not supposed to hear any testimony until you testify.
Yeah, well, no, that's not how it worked out. Jeff Lowe told me to call Carol. Remember, I told you this. And that is to sell the park for $500,000, and he'd give me $100,000 out of it.
Okay. Well, that ain't what Joe kind of embellished that on his Facebook page tonight.
Everything that I said is on tape.
Right.
So Joe's a fool for even fucking he ought to just go hide in a hole.
Yeah.
You know, so he's on there talking shit already?
Yeah.
I didn't
even see it. Somebody screenshotted it and posted it on my group. And it says basically that, you know, do you people now see the truth coming out?
The truth is he's going to do a lot of time in prison because he's a sorry animal killing piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that.
I mean, just how he was smirking and blowing kiss. Yeah, I mean, you can only do what you can do.
That's why I said this was going to be the Joe show. I knew from seeing him in Garvin County Court that time that he is too stupid to realize that the Garvin County's kangaroo court.
Yeah, we need to figure out a way.
Sure.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to.
With ain't no fucking kangaroo court.
We need to figure out a way to whack Ronnie Sands for posting on Joe's behalf.
Yeah, and I'd like to know who's feeding her information. She's not at the trial, is she?
No, she's talking to Joe on the phone.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. And Joe tells her what to write.
Yeah.
And she wrote that what Joe said was that James testified that at one time Jeff Lowe had offered James $100,000 to get rid of me.
That's not even what was said in court.
That's exactly what he posted tonight.
That's not even what was said in court. What a lying motherfucker.
So what was said was the $500,000. He'd sell the zoo to her, walk away, give you $100,000, bye-bye.
Basically said all Jeff wanted to do is sell the fucking zoo to Carol, get $500,000, give me $100,000 and walk away because that's when Carol brought him into the lawsuit because he wanted to wash his hands of it. And at the time I thought Jeff Lowe was decent. And then come to find out he's a bigger snake than Joe. But yeah, that's not even what was fucking. And the transcripts are going to prove that. He's a fucking idiot.
He doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut. But I've been wondering the whole time if he was going to be pulling the same shit in federal court that he did in Garvin County.
His lawyers did him no justice either today.
Really?
They didn't do him. There was no objections to entering evidence or anything.
Really?
It was just like Joe was sitting there whispering in their ear all day. Yeah. There was nothing that they did that was for his benefit.
How long were you on the stand?
6 hours.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was in there from 9:45 to 4:30.
With no break?
We had breaks with 15 minutes and an hour for lunch.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Who else testified today?
Me and Glover. Glover was only the last 20 minutes.
Okay.
So wow. I can't believe Joe's posting. I mean, his lawyer had to tell him to stay off the social media.
You'd think.
Yeah. $100,000 to get rid of him. That's
that Jeff Lowe offered you $100,000 to get rid of Joe. He said that you testified today, basically, that Jeff Lowe walked up to you and said, "Hey James, I'll give you $100,000 if you'll get rid of Joe." That's what Joe posted this evening.
What an idiot! Who's taking all his calls and paying all these calls? Jailhouse calls are expensive.
Ronnie Sands.
Really?
I guarantee it. She's spending more for her husband's company.
How can we shut her up where she just goes away?
You can't. Only thing you could do there would be to anonymously get a hold of her husband.
Do you have her husband's number by any chance?
No. I can find it. It's a trucking company.
Because, just her posting Joe's shit, it just spread more bullshit for everybody to have to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, and he posted that the Oklahoma Ag Department came out and inspected that piece of property, and there were no violations. So nice try, Jamie Green. When are you people going to realize that you can't outsmart me?
Oh, no, he didn't. Jeff Lowe posted that?
Yep. Yep. Now, at one point, he posted that there was something said about testimony, and he said that, no, I'm not. Oh, people were asking him if he had been in court, and he said, no, I'll just be going up there one day. You can't hear any testimony before you testify. And then he said, but I've got eyes and ears in the court building that are sending me all the information.
And who said that, Joe?
Jeff Lowe.
Oh, Jeff Lowe.
So Jeff Lowe just said that he is hearing all the testimony before he testifies.
Really?
So that right there alone should be enough to disqualify him as any of his testimony. They shouldn't even allow him to be on the stand.
Yeah, you ought to get that.
He just admitted that he's not supposed to be hearing any of it, but he's got people that are going to the trial and reporting back to him what's being said.
Oh yeah, you ought.
That's like, I mean, if a jury member, says, "Hey, somebody snuck me in a burner phone, and I'm giving out all this information to the media," guess what? That juror's bye-bye.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they sequester them, and that's the whole point of, you couldn't sit in court and listen to everybody else, and then you go up there and testify, because listening to everybody else's testimony could sway your testimony. Yeah. But he's admitted that he's got people in court every day reporting back to him. And that's how stupid these people are,
Man, I can't believe
you're breaking the law.
I can't believe Joe said that, and knowing his lawyers probably look at his fucking postings too. I mean, that's not even what was said.
Yep.
I gave $100,000 to make him go away. Like, yep. What benefit would I?
I'm not. Have Brittany look it up. It's on my page. Somebody, I forget who, posted that on my group just an hour ago.
I don't care what he says. Whatever he says is irrelevant. He's in a cage. I'm not.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
But you said Sylvia's pissed.
She is. She was pretty.
She's wanting to know why Jeff Lowe's just getting a skate on all this.
She said she even called the Justice Department to quiz them on it.
Really? Wow. Yeah, everybody's trying to figure out why Lowe isn't. I mean, I'm sorry. That's why I did what I did. That's why I went to Joe's attorneys. I'm going, fuck it. This ain't right. This is a witch hunt. And, Jeff Lowe, I mean, I remember for the past 6 months, you've told me a million times, every time I just see his picture, I just want to punch him in the mouth.
Oh, yeah. I hate
I've gotten that way. His voice. Whenever they'd post up a picture of him, and then they would be part of an interview. Well, we were victims too. And when I hear his voice, I just like to climb through the TV and fucking strangle him with his own dick.
He's gonna lie so much. You see, Jeff Lowe can't tell the truth.
No.
And you got to think Jeff Lowe doesn't know what I recorded of him and what I didn't.
Exactly.
See, that's what he's got. He's probably sweating bullets right now because he don't know what I have.
Imagine.
He don't know what.
Imagine when's he testifying tomorrow?
I don't know.
Seems like I'd heard somebody say Thursday.
See, I went in there loaded. I mean, all my stuff was backed up by videos. All right. Lowe doesn't know what I recorded and what I didn't record. Yep. And Lowe didn't know that he was a part.
He has no idea when you were recording.
And Joe's phone conversations and Lowe's phone conversations, he was like, well, he called Alan Glover and Joe the Mary Hitman or something like that, or clowns, or it all came down to court. And yeah,
but they were playing a bunch of that shit today.
They played everything.
Yeah. Wow.
And then the FBI agent goes on tomorrow, I think, in the morning.
But see, here's what sucks is if they played everything, and a lot of that was going to be what Jeff Lowe heard, or what things that Jeff Lowe said, conversations between somebody and Jeff Lowe. And that was played in court today. And now his people are reporting back to him tonight, telling him about all those phone conversations. So now when he does go to testify, he's prepared to be able to make sure that he doesn't contradict those recordings.
Yeah,
that's why you're not supposed to see any testimony. But he's cheating at that.
Yeah,
I don't think they should have let a single fucking person in that courtroom.
No, there was
nobody.
No, not. Lowe was just. Oh man, he's going to lie so much.
But now he's at home right now making a plan, because somebody is going, okay, well, one recording was saying this, this, and this, so he's going to go, okay, I got to remember that. If he didn't have people in the courtroom reporting back to him, he would go in there, like let's say tomorrow was his day. He would go in there tomorrow and contradict everything that was on them tapes, and just be proven in federal court a total liar.
Maybe he's just saying that he don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Maybe. Who knows? How many? How big a room is it?
It's huge, fucking enormous.
It's huge.
Yeah, whoever said it was small is a lying motherfucker.
Okay. Well, I wonder if they changed rooms.
That was a fucking humongous courtroom. And
how many people? I mean, besides lawyers and all that, just
reporters,
just
press,
and just people in general.
Probably 25 or 30.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it was all press.
Okay.
Eric Good was there all day. Carol Baskin and them were there half a day. And then when they started playing all her shit about, plotting to kill her, she walked out of the room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because those tapes are pretty fucking incriminating.
Those tapes?
Yeah.
Oh, where he's blatantly talking about having her killed.
He's saying, I could save all this money, and 22 cents bullet saved me from $180,000 in lawyers. And he was just, and in his defense, his lawyers are saying that Joe knew what was going on. He just went along with it.
He was playing along. Yeah.
There's no way he fucking knew. He wouldn't be saying those things if he knew I was wired.
I read that and I went, boy, isn't that a hell of an offense?
Yeah, they didn't do him any justice today.
No.
I mean, who knows?
He's going to prison.
Somebody, I think he's going away for a long time, but, who knows? Even if he's out, he's still going to be
he's going to be the laughing stock.
The cheap fuck that tried to hire a $3,000 hitman. I mean, the embarrassment that he has to put up through is just, it has to tear him apart because, he's the star.
Yeah, it all has to be about him. Now it's going to be all about what a moron he is.
Yeah, he's getting torn the fuck down.
Wow.
But I don't know, man. I'm just going to ignore the fucking Facebook for about 3 days. I think I'm going to drive down to Galveston or something for a couple of days. But
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, the press is going to they're swamped on all over it today.
Yeah.
Matt even called me tonight, and he never calls you. He says that you can say what you want on the press, but just beware, they're out in fucking groves.
Yep. So he's never said anything about what I posted about him.
Matt? No, there was no chit chat with him anymore. He won't chit chat. You know how he used to go into details with us?
Yeah.
It's real vague. It's like he's a cop now.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
why I did what I did.
Yeah, he's real vague. It's like he got his shit in order.
You wanted our help, and now that you don't need our help, you just treat us, like shit. So you know what? Fuck you.
But just seeing the amount of money the government spends on this,
and that's something,
is disgusting.
They've dropped millions of dollars on this from
millions of dollars to prosecute this fucking loser.
Yep. All the undercover shit and all the going down and digging up dead tigers and my God.
Are you gonna stay after Lowe's ass?
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I ain't backing down there. I'm backing off a little bit. I'm just gonna go through the motions right now. I try to update my page and mainly what I'm trying to do tonight is I'm waiting for Sylvia to I sent her a text a while ago that said, good job today, and now get me a link, damn it.
So she did a pretty good story?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it was cool because, the rest of the week, Monday and Tuesday, they had some reporter I'd never heard of, and they were just, Carol Baskin said that she was in fear for her life, back to you. And it was like, well, Sylvia Corkhill she was dropping bombs.
Damn. Well, I bet Joe's already fucking raising hell.
Oh, yeah.
But what's he going to do? Every time he puts it on Facebook, he just makes himself look like an idiot.
Yeah.
He's another one that ought to just go into hiding.
Yeah.
And not say another fucking word.
Yep. They're just burying themselves.
But every time he says something, he's burying himself more because he's got a lot explaining to do.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's why I think when this is over, it ain't over for Lowe.
Yeah, his court's going to be miserable, dude.
Yeah.
They're going to just torture him every way, and then he's going to, see Joe smiling at him, blowing kisses and stuff. I mean, the cockiness of him today was just unreal. I thought he'd be, beat down and whatever.
That's what I figured, but I kind of wondered if he wasn't going to be JoJo. Sure. Nope. And did he do that all day?
He was cocky. He'd always smile. And you know how he does his nose thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw him over there twitching. I didn't look at him much, but when I did have to look at his lawyer when he stood up, I looked at him, but I looked at the jury. I didn't even look at him.
Right. How do you think? Well, you said you saw one of the jurors shaking his head.
Yeah, I think the jury is just totally fucking.
They're looking at him as just a total crazy person.
Yeah, and it was weird because he was chained a lot.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know if he, when he walked by me and they go into the little cell, they had full chains on him and stuff.
I'll be darned. Yeah, I had heard a long time ago when he went into court, he was in shackles.
God. Hey, well, let me know if you hear anything. I gotta go take Cash home. He's been with my mom all day and shit, driving her crazy.
All right, Dave. I'll be in touch. What are you doing?
Nothing. What's going on?
I just wanted to see if you'd heard anything. Anything had changed.
About what?
About what? I don't know, global warming.
I haven't heard anything. Have you?
Hell, I went and talked to him the other morning.
Really? What did you say?
They're not happy.
What are they going to do?
I don't know. Tell you one thing, they're not happy with Matt.
Really?
They want to talk to you for sure.
Was the attorneys not happy with Matt?
Not even a little bit.
Like, why? What did they say?
because of what I told him. Which was
over there for a while.
I sat down with 3 of his attorneys for 2 hours.
Really?
Change of heart, basically, and what I knew about how the trial or how the investigation was handled, and that I think that it was nothing more than a witch hunt, and that a lot of the information they got was basically, people were bargained with. That there was a whole lot of people that ought to be in jail right next to him. I told the defenders about Jeff Lowe putting a price on my head, and Jeff Lowe asking for pictures of my daughter, and all that, and they were just shocked.
Yeah. Are you going to testify?
They said that they didn't think that I would need to testify, and it was really too late for that. But I asked them before I left if the information I had given them was at all relevant, and they basically said absolutely.
Who's going to testify for Joe?
Who is?
Yeah, does he have people that are going to testify for him?
I don't know. I've got a list of witnesses.
Oh, I know. I guess you're on social media. Somebody sent me a list today. At least I put my name up on the damn. They'll spell it right.
Oh, did they spell your name wrong? Well, see, that list came from me from someone that was sitting in the courtroom the day of jury selection. And I guess during jury selection, somebody read out, and they were writing as fast as they could. So, there's one name that doesn't even have a last name. There's one name that had 3 possible, so it may not even be a complete list. But
hey, Jeff. Hey, Nancy, I'm going to take Cassie. We're at the park. Will you let me call you back here in a few?
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye.
All right.